Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn to Love DIY. Today we are creating this beautiful, I believe it's called arrow card, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, please correct me. Leave something in the comment section below. So I did a couple of trials before I finally came up with some of the stuff that I wanted as far as measurements go and the layout. So originally I had made this one with the white, Whisper White cardstock and the embossing, the gold embossing powder that I used from Stampin' Up. And I decided to change it due to the fact that I was using a basic black background, and I wanted to go ahead and make it as mostly matching as possible. So I added the bees onto the basic black instead of the Whisper White. And I will be changing the sides here. I think the decoration on the front here looks the best without the flowers, although I did flowers on this side, on the side here, so it's a little bit different. This guy just popped off. So we're going to be changing things just a tad bit. And for this I used the Honeybee bundle. I used the stamps as well as the detailed bee dies to cut out my bees, and my big bee, my tiny bees, and then the cute little hearts. As well as the flowers, but in this case we won't be using the flowers. Okay, so let me go ahead and move this to the side just a tad bit. I'm going to bring up the materials we're going to be using today. And so I have most of my things already set up to make it a quick card, so it's going to take a little bit to go ahead and build. So I have my large bee and then my embossed bees all ready to go, as well as my hello and my hearts. So I'm going to go ahead and set those aside. And then I'm going to show you exactly what you'll need. Okay. So you'll need a Whisper White base card that measures 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. So the basics for the base card. And then you'll need a basic black piece that measures 4 by 5 inches. And then your DSP measures 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And what we're going to be doing with these first, I'm going to go ahead and take my base card. We're going to measure the halfway point from here to here, and then as well as on the sides here, 2 3/4. So I'll be showing you the step by step. Okay, so while I was trying to film earlier, I ended up creating the card without having it filmed, so I'm going to try to do this again. And so what we're going to be doing is measuring all of our pieces, scoring, and then cutting. We're going to start off with our base card. As I mentioned, this is Whisper White, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to measure the bottom portion of this, and we're going to go ahead and line it at 2 3/4, and then just do a little bit of a pencil mark there. And then we're going to also do on the side here, measuring from the top to bottom to create these flaps here. We are going to go ahead and measure 2 what did I say? 2 3/4. Wait, no, sorry. From the bottom up, 2 3/4. 2 3/4. There we go. So from the bottom up, 2 3/4. 2 3/4, and then we're going to do the same thing for this side, 2 3/4. We're just doing a little bit of a tick mark there. And what we're going to be doing is with our stylus, we're going to go ahead and score from here to here, and then score from here to here. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and also measure these guys so I can put my ruler away. We're going to measure the halfway point from the bottom of the longest side. So this is the DSP, so on the 4 3/4 side, you're going to measure halfway point, which is 2 3/8, if I'm not mistaken. 1 2 3 4 5 6, yes, 2 3/8. Okay, and with this one, you're going to go ahead and cut from here to here and here to here with your paper trimmer. We're going to do the same for this piece here. And the halfway point for the basic black, if you want to do a matte, is going to be 2 1/2. Okay, and the same thing, you're going to cut from here to here and here to here. Now for the scoring, I'm going to go ahead and put this guy away. We still need a ruler. I'm going to go ahead and take my stylus, and I'm going to go ahead and score using the small tip from the bottom to the corner here. And then I'm going to move my ruler, keeping my stylus in place, to the second mark here. Pulling it down. Do it a couple times to make sure that it gets well marked. Keeping my point there. We're going to do this again towards the top. And I'm going to go get it down. And then once more. Okay. So I'm not quite sure if you can see this. I'm going to put my ruler away, as well as my stylus, since I won't be needing it. And you're going to fold mountain and then valley. So mountain and then valley. And this will create the point here for our card. And let me find, where are you? Oh, there you are. My bone folder. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and burnish. And then do the same for this guy. Okay. And there you have your arrow fold. So now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take out my paper trimmer, and what I actually forgot about this, and the reason why it's popping up like that, is I forgot to adhere the flaps. So I'll do that for this card so that you can see. But this one, the great thing about it is that once you are done, it actually can stand and you can put it on display, which is another great thing about this card. So taking my paper trimmer, as I said, we're going to cut our DSP as well as our basic black piece, which serves as our mat for our card today. Well, let's do this one since this one's on here. Okay, so you're going to do, like I said, you're going to line up the pencil mark with the corner piece. And I'm trying to line them up as much as possible. There we go. And you're going to cut it and then do the same for the other piece. Oh, there we go. Okay, so bringing the other pieces together, we are going to go ahead and try to get these adhered. And I'm using my multi-purpose liquid glue, the Tombow. It is my favorite. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that tick mark. Okay. And that is our bottom. Now, try to keep them in place so that I don't lose sight of where all of my pieces will go on my card. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start putting this on our card. And again, remember with the multi-purpose liquid glue, a little goes a long way, so Okay. So now that I have my mat, this is what the card looks like. I did go ahead and adhere the other flap on the reverse so it'll stay still and you can still stand this card. There you go. Just have to work with it a little bit. I'm going to bring out all of the items, the die cuts. And I'm going to start off by doing the big piece here. Mostly at the center of the body. I don't want to adhere the wings to anything. So there you go. Then we're going to do the sign that says hello. And I went ahead and did the rhinestones. I got the rhinestones from the Holiday Basic Rhinestones Jewels. And I'll go ahead and link that. I think I said that wrong. Let me bring them out real quick. Holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels. No, I said that right. So they're from here. I wanted to try something a little bit different and see how well they would match. So let's go ahead and do the hearts. Oops, this thing. Okay. Completely glued onto my hand. Okay. And then we're going to do our cute little bees. And I had tried this on Whisper White, but they look much better. And they coordinate much better with this particular card and color combination when they are embossed in the basic black cardstock. So as you can see, this is the card. This is the one I made previous to this before getting cut off. And like I said, I still have to glue the insides of this card. I went ahead and missed that, but this is what it looks like. Feel free to go ahead and stamp a message on the inside. I did that with a couple of my other cards. Let me bring them out. I've done this several times because I got cut off. So this one has flowers on the sides here. And then these ones have flowers on the sides here. And I made this smaller. So there's different ways of doing it. And this one has the Whisper White cardstock in the background of the embossed piece. But I think these look much better. And this is the only one that has actual message on the inside. But I wanted to go ahead and leave it just blank as an option. You can go ahead and do the message, or you can just leave it blank to have more room to write for your message. So this is the card. I will go ahead and link my 24/7 Stampin' Up! Online store for you, as well as my email, and then also supplies that I've used. Go ahead and order everything that you need to complete this card. It's while supplies last, or until June 2nd, which is coming up very, very fast. So I'm trying to use some of these stamp sets in case, to give you more ideas in case you haven't seen any of them. I will go ahead and start using some of my new from my haul that I'll post hopefully in the next coming days. And you're able to see some of the new items that I've got that I'm going to go ahead and start playing with. Thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great day.